Hello and welcome back to my eBay workbench. It is Tuesday. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's time to pack up some orders. It's nothing too special today, just a standard run-of-the-mill low value items sold today. I think we got 5 orders to pack, and they're each around, I don't know, $16 to $20. So I think after fees and everything, shipping labels will probably end up tonight making about $65, which isn't a great day, but it is what it is. So we're just holding out on getting depressed until the end of the month, and we'll see if we can meet our goal, which is really just to make more money than we made last year at the same time, so last April. And let's not waste a lot of time. Let's just get right to picking and packing. Okay, we're back and we're ready to pack. We, like I said, we only got about 5 orders to do tonight. So let's get the eBay app open and take a look at those sales, and we'll go and pull them out of our inventory right now and see how complicated they're going to be. It looks like 5 pretty easy packing orders. I'm going to grab my little basket and pick everything all at the same time. Okay. My wife just texted. She's on the way home. She should be about half an hour, so I'm hoping this doesn't take much longer than that. In fact, I'm going to try to keep it under 30 minutes tonight, hopefully. All right, this one's in here pretty tight. Make sure we got the right one. I have a bunch of these books floating around right now. Volume 26, that's it. Okay, in the cube in the other room, we're looking for some decks of cards. And this one is on Cube 1D. So I have a bunch of these here. I better pull this out and make sure I get the right thing. I can't remember if I have multiples of these or just a single one, but I think it's just the one. Which, it was disappointing. I got these packs of brand new. Well, they're vintage, but most of them are still sealed, brand new. They were all wrapped up in a bundle together, and this one was on the top, this Peanuts one. I was thinking that was the star of the show, and I was pretty much right. But the other ones they're okay. They're good enough for how much I paid for them. They just won't sell as quickly. Okay, CL Mid 1A, which is here in the closet. This is a weird one. Weird looking thing. And is it in here? I don't think so. Let me check my location again. CL Mid 1A. That's where we are. Oh yeah, there it is down the bottom. Put it in there. I got these bowling shoes in here and who knows what else. Whoops. So that's 3. Just 2 more. And all of these are pretty small. W5B is over here. This one I had down yesterday, and it is super heavy with these Architectural Digest books in here. So we should try to get some of the stuff out of here and lighten this box up. Okay, this one is really squeezed in here. Okay, there we go. Should have put that on a lower shelf. Okay, now the last thing, I don't know where this is. W4C, so right over here. There we go. All right, let's get these packed. I'm gonna turn the lights off as we go so I don't have to come back this way when we're done. Okay, let's start at the bottom. This is like a kid's kit for digging up a woolly mammoth skeleton, like sort of an educational toy. This came from the Field Museum here in Chicago. It's only 15 bucks back then. I only sold it for 10. I don't know how old it is. I've been getting a lot of offers. I mean, almost all of my sales lately have been coming from offers. And a lot of these things are on sale already and discounted prices, and then getting offers, even asking for even less. That wasn't the case with this one, I don't think. I have had it for a long time, well over a year. I got this in February 2024 at a Goodwill for $2.66. And so I think I probably had it listed for $20 to $25, and then it's been getting discounted as we go along. I had a whole bunch of good boxes upstairs I was going to bring down, but I forgot. So we're going to try to see. This is only a $10 item, so I don't want to put it in a expensive box, a good fancy box. But it should go in this just fine. So this isn't going to be a big profit on this, maybe $4 or $5. At the end of the video, I'll buy the labels, and then we'll quickly run down the value of each item. Yeah, that's good. I'm running towards the end of this roll of paper, so I'm about ready to place an order to get some more paper. And I had some suggestions to just use regular newspaper, which I'm not cool with that. That seems like that whatever's inside that original box is shifting around inside there. So I'm not going to open the sealed box to put any kind of padding in there, but it is making me a little nervous. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, yeah, somebody suggested I just use regular newspapers, and I wouldn't want to receive a package with some old newspapers in it. I don't like the idea of that. And also, I don't know where people are just getting newspapers. I'm not going to go to a newspaper box and empty the whole thing, and I don't have access to tons of newspapers, so I'm not sure what good that suggestion was. Okay, I'm going to write on here, woolly. This is 2 pounds, 4 ounces, so I'm writing 3 pounds. This is 13 by 11 by 3. And the buyer's initials are PK. So this one's ready to go. Next up, I think I'm going to just grab a couple of those boxes and some of the little smaller ones and get all of these things done. Get this trip done all in one go. That's good. Okay, this will fit in a box like this too. This is a scoreboard for darts, for playing darts. This is something I've had for quite a while too, I think. It seems like I'm always looking at sell-through rate and not buying things that are, ridiculously bad sell-through. But it seems like a lot of my sales lately have been pretty old, things I bought a year ago or 2 years ago even. This one I bought this at the end of August of 2024, so it's not a year old yet. Probably didn't get listed until late September. Let's see. can remember buying this, so it doesn't seem like it could have been that long ago. I got it at the Goodwill. I paid $4.40 for it on August 31st. Of 2024. So it's been, what is that? Maybe 8 months. I paid $4.40 for it, and I sold it for $30.84. This is something that was on a sale. I'm typically using the 99 cents at the end of each of my prices, and I guess it has that psychological effect. That makes buyers think that they're getting it for a little bit cheaper, even though they're not. But I also do it so that I can just sort of keep track of what things sell for. So like in this case, I know that it's sold on a sale price, a discounted price, because it's $30.84. I would definitely have had this listed at something ending with 99 cents. I've thought about using those last two digits as a sort of a code for myself. Like if it's 99 cents, that means it's only been listed one time. I haven't canceled it and relisted. But I was thinking once I cancel something, relist it, maybe I would change it to 98 cents. So that would be a little code to tell me this has been through the ringer at least one time. And then if I want to do it again, I could do 97 and just keep going down like that until at some point I would decide I've relisted this 5 or 6 times. It's probably never going to sell. Just get rid of it, get it out of my inventory. So I don't know that I'll do that, but it seems like a potential plan. Maybe I'll think about doing it in the future. I don't really. I know a lot of folks recommend canceling and relisting, or canceling and selling similar. I don't see very much. I do that pretty regularly, and I don't see much. It doesn't feel like it does much to me. I don't get a lot of sales of those things that are just relisted. Okay, I'm just gonna write darts on here. 1 pound 7 ounce. Call it 2 pounds, and then it is 13. I guess I don't have to write this on here. Going to SP. This is going to New York. SP. Okay, next. This weird thing. Disgusting little weird thing. I saw this at the thrift store. I talked about it when I brought it home. I thought I finally found one of these weird adult toys that people sometimes make YouTube videos about, or Instagram post, or whatever. I thought, oh yeah, I found some perverted little toy. But it says Soothe by Apana, and I thought that sounds like some yoga stuff. So I Googled it and found, sure enough, it's some sort of a neck rest. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to put your head on it. I don't see how this could be comfortable, but somebody's going to enjoy it, hopefully. I got it for only $2.50. Yeah, I think it was a Salvation Army, which was like especially interesting if it was an adult toy. And I sold it. This I took an offer on today. I sold it for $19. I think I had it listed for $24.99. I've had this not for that long at all, since the end of February. I bought it on February 21st of this year, and sold it today in April. So that's just a couple of months. Okay, come on, get in there. Shoot. There it goes. probably more than enough tape, really. Yeah. Okay, soothe. This is 8 ounces, so I'm not going to round up anything under a pound. I'm going to write 0.8, and then this is going to go to... I know though, I have a little, I have some examples of these boxes with the numbers, the dimensions written on it, so I don't need to write that on here. I'm going to save a little time and not do that. Okay, I pushed the wrong button here and got off of my sales. This is going to PL. PL, good. Okay, what's next? It's going to be these playing cards. Yeah, I got, these were all bound up in a plastic bag. I think there were 5 in each bag. I got 2 of them, 2 stacks like that for $1.50. So these, like I said, these ones were on the top, and I know peanut stuff does well, so I was excited to get those for, in the end, I got 10 sets like this. They don't sell for very much, but since I got them for so cheap, this one sold for $12.99, but I only averaged out the cost of goods to be 40 cents. So it's small, easy to store, easy to ship. I'm happy to pay 40 cents for something that I can sell for $12 or even $10. Since it is plastic, it's like vintage plastic, it's probably pretty fragile. I don't want it to get cracked, so I'm going to wrap it in some bubble wrap. This way. I'll probably put paper in there too. So yeah, these are pretty new. I got these at the end of February. It feels newer than that. Yeah, I bought these on February 28th at the St. Vincent de Paul. So I don't go to those very often. There's only one that I know of around here, and it's not really conveniently located for me, but sometimes if I'm in the area, I'll stop. I think on that particular day I was out doing a Facebook Marketplace pickup, and then it turned out to be close by to this St. Vincent's. I've probably been there 3 times, and the first time I went there, they didn't have anything at all. It seemed like this is the kind of store that doesn't have a lot of great inventory, but all those thrift stores, the inventory is changing all the time. So if you go to one and you think this one's no good, go back a week later. It's going to be totally different. Okay, Snoopy. I'm going to write cards. And this is going to be relatively light. 14 ounces, under a pound, that's good. And it's going to, D. This is DD care of a company, so I don't know if he's getting stuff sent to work or they're going to sell this in their shop. It looks like it might be some sort of a gift store based on the name of it. Okay, now finally I've got a book here. I thought I brought enough of these boxes for everything, but I did not. This is from the Harvard Classics. They call it the 5-foot shelf of books. So you buy the whole set and it takes up 5 feet of your bookshelves. I can't remember how many there are total. I don't have the whole set. I got some of these at the Unique thrift store. Usually their pricing on books especially is a little too high, but they do a buy 4 get the 5th one free deal. This book only sold for $14. So they do that basically 20% off if you buy 5 books. And then Mondays there at the Goodwill, at the Unique, is 50% off day. I think I will put a little bubble wrap around this, even though it's only 14 bucks. So yeah, they do 50% off on Mondays. So sometimes I'll be there usually I'm out sourcing on Fridays. I don't work. I typically don't work on Fridays for the last few years. So that's the day I go out sourcing, Fridays and Saturdays. And so I'm usually there at that Unique on Fridays. And sometimes I'll see something like they might have 10 or 12 of these books that I kind of want, but that pricing is too high. So I'll take the chance that the books will still be available on Monday, and then I'll either get up early. I think they open at 8 a.m. on Mondays. So either I'll get up early, head over there Monday morning before I go to work, or I'll rush over there after work and try to see if the stuff that I wanted is still there. And it usually is. I think the books don't really move that well there. Especially the kind of books that I'm interested in. So even at this price, I paid $2.56 a piece for these books. I don't know if I got 10 or 12 of them. It's not a great deal on that, but I bought them anyway because they seem like the kind of stuff I like. That's a bad business move to use your own interests when deciding whether or not you should be carrying some certain kind of inventory, but sometimes you just have to make it fun for yourself sometimes, so that's what I do. I just buy things that I want to have, I want to be able to sell. So these how long ago was this? That doesn't seem that long ago. So this was only March 9th. Today is April 8th. So from the time I got these until the time I listed them, who knows, that might have been a week or two. This might have actually only gone up live yesterday. I typically do scheduled posts, scheduled listings on eBay, and I'm usually scheduling stuff 2 to 3 weeks out. So if I bought this on the 8th, I could just look at my spreadsheet and tell you exactly when the post went live. I'm just going to write book on here. I'll know what it is. And it's 2.3 pounds, so we'll call it 3. And it's going to KP. All right. Let's look at this spreadsheet and I'll tell you exactly what's what. I bought that book. I listed that book only yesterday. So I listed it yesterday. I took an offer. I had it listed for $15.99. Somebody sent me a $14 offer, so I took it. In the past, I might hold off on an offer like that because the listing was too new, but these days I'm just trying to get stuff to move. I have so little storage space left for new inventory that I need to get some stuff out of here and make room for the other things that I'm trying to get listed. Okay, let's put these in order. This is Harvard books, then Hallmark cards, then this Soothe thing, then these dart scoreboard, and then the woolly mammoth. Okay, I'm gonna pause this video while I just got a new offer. That just came up. This item just got listed today. Buffy the Vampire CD. I have it listed for $14.99 and he's offering me $13. I'm just going to accept it and hope that this offer comes through before I'm done here, and I'll have one more sale today. You accepted the offer, so we'll see. Sometimes those offers get paid for immediately. Sometimes eBay lets them languish, and I'm not really sure why. Okay, I'm gonna start putting. Now I kind of want to wait and see if this thing gets paid for. So I'm gonna pause this video and wait about 5 minutes and see if this offer comes through. And if it does, I'll pack it up and then we'll ship that out tonight too. Okay, that payment did come through, so we're just going to grab that CD. This is another item that was only listed since yesterday. So, like I said, I wouldn't normally take an offer on such a new listing. I'd like to give those listings a chance to get my preferred price, but we need to get these sales moving and get some space cleared out of here. So I know that's in here. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, once more with Fielding. And then we'll put this back. Okay, this is the cast recording of the musical episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I saw a girl, she's probably 24, 25, at the thrift store looking at CDs. One day she had about 5 or 6 CDs, and I could see her having her phone out, so I assumed she was scanning them and deciding whether or not to buy them based on if she was going to sell them. I just thought she was probably a reseller. But then, I mean, I have a hard time if I see people looking at stuff not being interested in checking it out myself. So I was watching her a little bit, seeing what she's trying to just peek over her shoulder and see what she was looking at. And I saw this CD, and then she put it back on the shelf. So I snatched it up and looked it up to see what it was selling for. And it's, it's not like it sold for $12.99. It's not a big seller, but it's a quick seller. As you can see, I sold in only one day. It was a pretty good sell-through rate. I don't remember exactly what it was. Sometimes I put that in my spreadsheet. I put a percentage. In this case, I didn't. So let's see. What did I pay for it? So I bought it for $2 and I sold it for $12.99 plus shipping, $5.10 shipping. So hopefully it'll come in a little less than $5.10. I think it'll probably be $4.83. We'll see. I'm going to just use a Amazon mailer. It's already been through the mail. So I do buy new packaging. I have a lot of good brand new bubble mailers down here. And I buy new boxes too. But when I can use recycled materials, I will. But it's not always easy to get that stuff. So I'm not going to spend any of my time. I only have so much time in the day to do this business. I have a full-time job, so I can't spend a lot of time going behind stores and getting cardboard boxes and stuff. All right, Buffy. How much does she weigh? I hear some activity behind me, so I think I missed my deadline of getting this done before my wife came home. Okay, this is going to be 10 by 7 by 1. And it's going to CC. These are my initials. Okay, putting tools away. So that's 6 orders for today. I even if they're low value ones, I'd like to get more than 5 orders a day. So this is going to add up probably to $70. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video and enter all this information into eBay and buy these labels and get them applied to the packages, and then I'll come back and give you a breakdown of how much money we made today. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we are. All 6 packages all done, ready to go. My carrier is on vacation this week. She left me a note telling me that she wasn't going to be here. I typically have these orders picked up off of my porch. I'll go through the USPS website and put in a request to get those packages picked up. And she does a great job. But in her note, she implied that the replacement who was going to fill in for her might not be doing such a great job. So I have been well, yesterday I took a trip to the post office and dropped them off on my lunch break. And then today I did it this morning before I went to work. So I'll do the same thing tomorrow. I'll either get up early and drop these off at the post office, or I'll take them on while I'm on lunch. So that's the 6 orders for today. Let's go through them real quickly. That Dig a Mammoth excavation kit for kids, little science project, only earned $5.30 after shipping and everything. The digital dartboard scoring machine earned $22.15. This weird looking neck rest that maybe or maybe not is for perverts, sold for, after fees and everything, I earned $14.84. For those Peanuts Hallmark playing cards, $10.29. The Harvard Classics, that book was much heavier than I had anticipated, and so it earned only $8.26 after shipping. And then the Buffy the Vampire CD, also around $8, $8.44. So I was guessing that we would earn about $70 today, and I was pretty close, $69.28. So that's the total for today. Our average per day for the month, per day for the month has dropped below $100 to $91.64. And our average sale price is getting lower too, $19.29. So we have a few more hours that counts towards today's sale, so hopefully we'll get a nice big one overnight. I was just saying the other day that I don't get any overnight orders anymore. It's probably been 2 months since I got an order while I was sleeping. But since I said that, 2 nights in a row, we got 3 orders in the night. So hopefully that same thing happens tonight, and we can end up with 9 or 10 packages going to the post office. But if it doesn't, we're okay. $70 is $70. We'll take it and be happy. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sure we'll be back tomorrow night with another packing video, so tune in for that. Have a good night.